Alrighty, good morning, Arkansas. This is Assistant Chief Forecaster Cameron
and Chief Forecaster Derek here again. First off, we want to apologize. We have no idea what happened, but
it's been a long morning.
It's been a long morning. Yes, we know there was a tornado warning earlier for Garland and Montgomery counties out there. There was, at least from what I've seen, some reports of power outages and wind damage around Mount Ida. Again, it was not our fault. It was not on our end. We did everything we could to go live and post updates. At least our automatic warnings posted. This is one of the reasons why we are creating an app.
Yep,
so that
definitely.
way we can go live in that app.
Yep.
And that avoids the issue we keep having with Facebook over the last couple of weeks.
Yep.
But regardless, we're past that. We're back. We're able to post. So once again,
we still have a damage. We still have a very, very serious situation along Interstate 30 right now. So we're going to go ahead and zoom down to this storm here. As you can see on our radar, this is a completely different severe thunderstorm warning than normal. This severe thunderstorm warning has a thunderstorm damage threat considerable at this point. So we're going to go ahead and read you guys the warning. This is going to go for central Clark County, northwestern Dallas, southwestern Garland, and Hot Springs County until 7:15. Severe thunderstorm was located near D-Grade Lake State Park, or 9 miles north of Arkadelphia, moving east at about 40 miles per hour. National Weather Service in Little Rock is labeling this a destructive storm. It has 3-inch in diameter hail, and also 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts with the storm, guys. Okay, so this is a very, very serious situation along Interstate 30 right now. You need to be moving in shelter immediately. I do realize it's 6 o'clock in the morning. Not a lot of people are going to be up with us, but if you know anybody that is right through this area here, so we're going to zoom this down. So we're talking the Cartledge area over here, along, give me 1 second, we got along 270, along in Highway 167 as well, that runs from Fordyce to Sheridan. They need to be watching this storm very, very closely here, okay? So please keep that in mind if you are along Interstate 30 or just to the east of Interstate 30 at this current time here, at this point, okay? So this thunderstorm damage threat is destructive. 3-inch large hail along with 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts with the storm as it's pushing out towards the east. And this is not only this last severe thunderstorm warning we're watching. This one up here in northwestern Arkansas just came off Interstate 40. This was mainly going to be for 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts and less than 2-inch diameter hail, but still watch this storm closely as well, folks. So to kind of reiterate, we had a video post that didn't have the video, that had sound on it, so now we decided to go live. I wanted to talk to you guys about the ongoing severe threat for today here. So you can see this area in green. This is the low-end tornado threat for today. This is what we call a 2% tornado risk down here in southern Arkansas at this point. We do have a slight risk in place for much of Arkansas for today here. So if you have any outdoor plans, please consider the fact that we may have some thunderstorms throughout much of the day today down here in southern Arkansas. So this is going to go for the Ashdown area up towards Hot Springs to Redfield, down towards over here towards Shelby, that's Mississippi at this point. Slight risk for severe weather across southern Arkansas. Then we had a marginal risk up here from Fort Smith to the metro over towards Helena, West Helena. So just keep this in mind for today. We do have a lot of shower and thunderstorm activity across the board first thing this morning. If you have any outdoor plans, look out for the potential of seeing severe weather as we get towards later this morning into the afternoon hours. Go ahead, Derek.
Again, the big thing, I know a lot of times we talk about that, with the morning, instability is not that great, stuff like that. But the thing is, though, you've had nothing to inhibit the instability today.
Yeah, exactly.
Overnight. If you were with us last night, you remember the storms in northern Arkansas stayed in northern Arkansas. But that's the only storms there. Then we had a break. Now we have another round coming in. And with that being said, now you have these, and basically, this is what we expected. We expected a large hail event with this. We did not expect many, if any, tornado warnings to go out. We were live for 2 hours last night, and then you have one this morning. And with both, there was damage reported. We won't really get indication until first light, and we can get a closer look at exactly where those areas got hit. But hail has been the big story overnight. Again, we had a lot of reports of a few inches of hail on the ground in northeast Arkansas.
Yep.
With this storm coming here through central Arkansas, which is now the main warning in the state, This storm, as it moves into southeastern Arkansas, is producing golf ball sized hail. We've seen multiple reports of power outages and large hail with this storm as it continues to push off towards the southeast. If you remember last night, we were talking about with the southeast movers do sometimes spin up areas of rotation. We've been watching that as well. Not expecting that to happen, but again, with any severe thunderstorm, as we always say, a tornado can occur with little or no warning. Again, these are also producing 60-mile-an-hour winds. So not only do you have hail falling, but you have what we call wind-driven hail. This hail, as it falls out of the sky, it tends to be thrown into windows, into siding, into houses, into roofs, and it's still causing damage. So we have that issue as well. If you have cars outside, if you have a carport, I do recommend trying to get those in. I know it's very early on Saturday morning. It is Easter weekend again, but severe weather happened. It's spring, and this is a classic Arkansas hail storm event is what this is.
Yep.
We see these at least once every other year, if not every year. And again, severe thunderstorms are just as dangerous as a tornado.
Yep, and fun fact, today is my birthday, guys, and I was born during the outbreak, April 16th, 1998, so every time around my birthday, there's a severe threat. Every time. Last year we had a severe threat around this time. The year before that we had a severe weather threat. So just keep this in mind. Around my birthday, April 16th, there's always going to be a severe threat for us here in Arkansas. So nothing's changed this time of the year. We got that severe threat still going across southern Arkansas at this time here. But I said before, if you're in the path of this storm, folks, I know it's about almost 7 o'clock in the morning. Now a lot of people are going to be up. You need to give people a heads up here, especially if they're planning on traveling from Highway 167 northward towards the Sheridan area and up towards Little Rock. So the folks that are in Hope right now, we're getting a lot of people asking, and this is going to impact Hope. This is going to stay well away from Hope. This is going to stay well away from Texarkana and Camden, all of these areas. But I am getting kind of concerned for our folks over here in the Pine Bluff area at this point. Also, this other storm up here, they have replaced it with a special weather statement. So this one's no longer severe. They're going to let that severe warning go. But we will watch it as it's pushing down into central Arkansas here. But at this point, this is the strongest storm in the state right now. At this point, this is pushing south, well, I would say east-southeast at this time here. This is going to mainly impact those along Interstate 40. And then it's going to move away towards the Carthage area, the Leon area, and then it's going to also impact areas between Sheridan and Fordyce right now. So if you know anyone that's traveling, trying to come up to Little Rock from Fordyce, give them that heads up. 3-inch hail and also 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts with this storm. And then also over here towards Rising, you need to watch this storm as well. And then this is pushing towards the Pine Bluff area over here. So if you know anyone in Star City or in Grady or Pine Bluff, you may want to give them a heads up over here. Just kind of watch this storm very, very closely as it's pushing off towards the east-southeast, guys. So that's what we got at this point here. Right now, we don't have a tornado warning with this, but I will watch it because we do have a little bit of a situation up here. This is mainly for hail. Got some hail being wafted up into the atmosphere. We're going to monitor the rotation as well. Right now, the rotation doesn't look as significant. Yeah, it's weaker than it was before, but still a very, very pronounced hail threat and a wind maker with this storm here. Remember, thunderstorm damage threat is destructive with this. So that's along Interstate 30 at this time here, and interest along the Highway 167 corridor. That's from Sheridan to Fordyce. Just kind of keep in mind that we're watching the storm very closely as well.
And
here,
again,
okay?
we have, our power outage count is currently sitting almost 4,000, Cameron.
Yeah, there's a lot
most of those
yeah.
are coming out of Scott and Montgomery counties, where that warning was earlier, and then of course also up there around Sharp and Lawrence County, where that tornado went through last night as well.
Yep.
But overall, though, not seeing any major reports. Again, we do have 3-inch hail going through.
Yep. That
Parts
area.
of southwestern Arkansas right now, Arkadelphia, Malvern, places like that. But again, that seems to be the biggest extent now of this as we go through the next several hours. Again, this is going to be a long day. Again, we're not expecting a tornado event, but we do expect several severe thunderstorm warnings to be issued throughout the day.
Yep.
And I know a lot of people have have a lot of Easter plans starting today. Not only do we have the severe thunderstorm threat, we also have a flash flooding threat.
Yep.
There's a flash flood watch for much of the state.
Yep,
Until
exactly.
this evening. We're expecting another 1 to 3 inches of rain throughout the day today. If you have outdoor plans, don't have them.
Yeah,
The best idea to do is pivot.
Yeah.
Is pivot to an indoor plan. Unfortunately, Easter Sunday looks to be about the same as that way. A lot of rain and storm. Nothing. We don't expect severe weather tomorrow.
Except for our folks down there in southern Arkansas, we actually, matter of fact, we have a hail threat down there that's hatched for tomorrow here. So the severe threat down there just continues for the next 2 days, guys. We've had multi-days.
6 out of 7 days.
6 out of 7 days. We've had severe weather here. So unfortunately, if you do have Easter plans, guys, this is going to be more of an indoor type day. We're going to have a lot of shower and thunderstorm development across the area, guys. We cannot stress that enough. So just kind of keep that in mind. There's not going to be a lot of people that are going to be happy with that fact, but unfortunately, Arkansas decided to have a mind of its own. We've got some storms moving into the metro at this time here, okay? So, Central Arkansas, you'll be dealing with this throughout the morning hours. This is going to be, we got another round of storms that are coming out from northwestern Arkansas. This is going to continue to filter down into Central Arkansas, so we'll be dealing with this probably all the way into the afternoon hours today, but more thunderstorms that go over the area that will help to stabilize the atmosphere, and that will help to reduce the severe threat up here. But for our folks down there in southern Arkansas where you don't get touched all day, that's where the severe threat's going to be at its highest. Northern Arkansas, no severe threat up here for today either. A lot of what's called colder air moving in, so we're not really expecting a lot of severe weather up here.
Yep.
But storms will be loud moving in as well.
Again,
so just kind of keep that in mind.
The biggest thing is this morning, is as long as you live north of I-40, your tornado threat's good. You do not have one, and you can rest easy.
Yep.
If you live south of I-40, especially, Cam, let's pull that tornado risk up again.
Yep. Give me 1 second.
Again, the biggest threat this evening is going to be, or this goodness gracious.
Well, you said this evening.
This morning, this afternoon,
this evening,
into this evening is going to be across southern Arkansas.
Yep.
So the threat has transitioned to southern Arkansas.
Yep. If
you live in Little Rock North, you will be good. We still have a marginal risk here in central Arkansas, West Arkansas, mostly for large hail.
Yeah, your tornado threat is definitely down here in the site risk area.
Your main tornado threat is going to be over southwest Arkansas, or southern Arkansas today. Again, hail's the main threat, but we can't rule out the possibility of an isolated tornado, as we've already seen. The southeast movers, they tend to do weird things, and we've seen it yet time and time again. But my concern is transitioning to is this training of storms as they move into central Arkansas.
Definitely a flooding risk at this point. Same thing goes for the Jonesboro area up there in northeastern Arkansas. We're going to have widespread area showers, thunderstorms, guys. As Derek mentioned before, if you have any outdoor plans today, guys, I wouldn't do it. Honestly, I wouldn't do it, guys. We got a lot of shower thunderstorm activity moving in from Oklahoma into Arkansas. And that's unfortunate because we have a boundary that's trying to sink south, but it can't because of the ridging to the east, and we've got areas of disturbances moving through at the same time. So that's kind of ruining our Easter plans across the area here. So just kind of keep that in mind. If you have outdoor plans today, showers, thunderstorms will be expected across the natural state. Severe threat down here in southern Arkansas, and I can actually, as a matter of fact, I can show you tomorrow's severe threat. So bear with me for just a bit. Let's go ahead and show everybody that real fast. This is tomorrow's severe threat. It should be popping up here shortly here. Okay, so there's tomorrow's severe threat across the board. Down here in far southern Arkansas, this is going to go for your Sunday, your Easter Sunday, from Ashdown to Fordyce over towards Dumas, and then we have a slight risk from Magnolia to El Dorado to cross it over towards Lake Village. This does include a 2% tornado risk from El Dorado to Junction City to cross it over towards Lake Village. This is going to go for tomorrow, by the way. But the hail threat tomorrow will be from far southern Arkansas, and this threat is hatched for the potential of seeing significant hail from Columbia County to Union County to Ashley and Chico County down here in far southern Arkansas. So that's what we got going on at this point. As I said before, guys, if you are along Interstate 30 right now, be prepared to deal with 3 inch in diameter hail and 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts. What you got for me, Derek?
All right, let's pull up. LZK just updated the warning.
Yeah.
On this one here, let's pull up that text.
Okay.
On it, golf ball size tail is going to be, or excuse me, baseball size tail is going to be the main threat with this storm. It looks like. This is a destructive
Storm. It's a baseball-sized hail, 60-mile-per-hour winds. People and animals outdoors will be severely injured, guys. So if you have any pets outside right now, you need to go ahead and bring them in. You need to stay away from the windows as well. They're expecting shattered windows, extensive damage to roofs, sidings, and vehicles. So if you can, bring your vehicle up to a carport or something like that. They are expecting significant damage with this hail coming in right now. So that's going to be along Interstate 30, the same areas we've been warning about right now. So the Cartledge area, the Leola area between Sheridan and Fordyce, you do need to take those precautions at this point. This storm is capable of producing baseball-sized hails. So I know a lot of people, especially around 7 o'clock in the morning, they let their dogs out or anything like that, their pets go outside for a bit. You need to go ahead and let those pets come back in, because this is baseball-sized hail, and this can cause serious injury or even death to those animals, and even for you for being outside. So just please keep that in mind here across the board. Hot Springs, you are in a clear. Arkadelphia, you're dealing with this right now. This will be moving towards the Leola and Cartledge area over here. So please keep that in mind at this time here. And then interest along Highway 167 South. From Sheridan to Fordyce, you need to watch this storm very, very closely here. Although a tornado threat is very low with this is capable of producing baseball-sized hail and 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts at this time. And also, we do have a sponsor as well. If you do have hail damage, feel free to contact them. They will take care of you at this point here. Go ahead.
Yeah, and of course, and this time I want to bring up as well. Local roofing and construction does cover the whole state. So, be sure to give them a call and contact them. Also, Arkansas Storm Hunters as well. We have a sponsor on there as well that takes care of your damage cleanup.
Yep.
And, of course, we'll get that information along to Day as well as we continue to track severe weather across the state. Once again, folks, this is one of those springtime events, very common in Arkansas. The good news is I'm not seeing as much of a hail core on this storm as it was a little bit earlier.
Yeah, which is great
I think I may be starting to lose umph, but we should be going through a period here where the storms kind of die down a little bit.
Yeah.
With the morning inversion coming in, then about 10, 11 o'clock, we should see an uptick again if conditions hold. The good thing is, the more storms we see, the less severe this should be.
Yeah.
That's always key. The more severe storms, or the more storms you see, the less severe they will be, because more storms take up the atmosphere, more coverage of storms make the atmosphere less active. And of course, we have a new severe thunderstorm up here for our folks in Greenwood.
It would. Yeah,
that's
going to be that 1-inch hail and 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts up there in northwestern Arkansas. So that's going to go for the Greenville area here. So I just put a track on this one, folks. So this one's the strongest one right now in the state, capable of producing baseball-sized hail. So this is going to move towards the Leon area around 7:22, and also the Cartledge area right around 7:30. So if you know anyone in this area, you might want to give them a heads up. And if for our interest along Pine Bluff and south, between Pine Bluff and the Rising area right now along Highway 79 and then Highway 167 South, give them a heads up, tag them in this live stream, let them know, because I would hate for somebody to be caught off guard first thing in the morning on Saturday morning and get caught off guard with baseball-sized hail. So if you know anybody that's traveling from Fordyce trying to make their way to the metro this morning, tell them to be prepared to run to a very nasty storm coming off from Interstate 30 at this current time here, coming from Fordyce straight north to the Sheridan area, and then the Pine Bluff area over here, and then Highway 79. Highway 63 will be impacted as well, and then we'll have to watch Highway 425 over here. These are the areas between Pine Bluff and Rising at this current point here. So if you know anyone that's traveling from, I know everybody kind of travels from Eldo to Little Rock. That's a classic area along Highway 167. Tell them to be prepared to run to a very, very nasty storm here. I know we got a new text on that. They dropped the wording from destructive to considerable at this time.
Let's pull up the instability level to I'm seeing, because there's still 2,000 Cape across parts of southern Arkansas. Folks, this is 7 o'clock in the morning.
Yep.
I mean, this is so
there it is right there, man. Look at there,
folks. These storms are moving into an area with greater fuel. This is why there's still a small tornado threat.
Yep.
This is why there's a hail threat. This is why there's damage and wind threat, because it is 7 a.m. on the Saturday before Easter.
Preston, that's going to be a no, by the way.
This is 7 o'clock in the morning, and we have that much instability still across the state.
Yep.
So again, just because it's early morning does not mean there won't be instability.
Yep. Especially if
that atmosphere has not been worked over. Look across northern Arkansas, there's none. because the atmosphere's been so worked over overnight that you don't have anything there left for storms to feed in.
Yep.
This storm is coming out of an area with 500 to maybe up to 1,000 Cape, coming to an area with 2,000 Cape. As this moves into southern Arkansas, areas like Rising, Dumas, Pine Bluff,
it's going to
Warren,
be
Lake Village, that's the area we're going to be watching for an increase in severe weather over the next roughly couple of hours.
Yep.
Again, it may not do anything. It may. We don't know. But we're going to be here in case it does. Now that we have the Facebook issue fixed, we're going to be here to keep you updated all day long. And it's going to be one of those situations where we're going to have one forecaster one time, one forecaster another, one forecaster another. Because after all, it is Easter weekend.
Yep.
We know everybody has plans. It's going to be back and forth. It's going to be kind of a weird day. But we're going to be here keeping you updated all day long. And we're going to be watching this all weekend long. It's Easter weekend. A lot of people have a plan.
Yeah,
we're going to stick right by your side all weekend long, right here on your source for all things Arkansas weather.